Hello everyone. This is the third video in the beginner series for the Cello Junkie YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about setting the left hand and left arm and the whole kind of left side, making sure that all that is, that the form of that is in good shape from the very beginning. We can save ourselves a lot of trouble, obviously, as you all know, through finding the right position from the very beginning. So that's why it's a good idea to make sure that our left arm and our left hand is set properly. So there's a really easy way to do this, and I'm going to take you through that. All you have to do is stick your left arm straight out to your side this way, and then make a fist, and then bring it in this way, and then open your hand. And then you have a position there. You have a really good left hand and left arm position with an elbow that is not too high, that is not too low. It's not up here. It's nothing crazy. It's just right in the middle. You just, again, stick your arm straight out. You make a fist, and then you come in this way. Now, you'll all notice that once I bring in this whole system, that the angle of my wrist here stays exactly the same when I come in here. Well, maybe it gets a little bit more that way, but still it's pretty much exactly the same as I bring it in to the cello. Now that's important. That angle of the wrist is important. I see a lot of people getting into this kind of thing with a low elbow and then kind of having the wrist kind of positioned out like this. It's not impossible to play like that. It's just you're going to run into difficulties later on, especially when you're trying to vibrate, trying to use vibrato. When you're having to play in the upper positions, you'll run into some trouble. So better just from the very beginning to start just with this very basic position of just closing the hand and then coming in like this. So there's some other tricks too that we can go over as well to kind of get this feeling of what it feels like. So for example, we can kind of lay our cellos flat here, and then we can lean over the cello this way, and then just rest our arm across the instrument this way, and then rest our fingers just kind of in a curved position. So, and you can do this really on any flat surface. I just happen to be using the cello right now to do this. So you see how my arm is relatively straight, right? My fingers are nice and curved, and my wrist, most importantly, is still in this kind of position where it's there's a kind of a slight upward curve towards my top knuckle there, my top sets of knuckles, first row knuckles, I should say. So we don't have anything like this, obviously. We certainly don't have anything like this. There's just something that's just kind of very neutral and very simple and natural about that. And we're just going to remember that position there, and then we're going to bring that same position up to the cello. That same exact feeling as if you're just kind of resting your arm on a flat surface, on a flat table, you know, like you're here, and then you bring it here, and we want to have something that's pretty close to that most of the time. There's only slight variations to this when you're crossing strings. For example, when you're on the C string, you'll notice your elbows maybe a little bit more forward, and then when you progress or across the strings to the G string, you'll notice it's a little bit further back. D string is a little bit further back, and A string it's probably the furthest that it's going to be back. So there is a little bit of adjustment to be made there, but that normally happens naturally when you work on getting that elbow into that right position again by finding it this way, or on a flat surface on a table or something like that. So yeah, so it really is that simple. I think a lot of people make this topic especially quite complicated. Maybe I've made it quite complicated in the past, I don't know. But I really think it is very, very simple. All you have to do is just that. Is just to stick out your arm, make the fist, come in this way, and then you have your right position. So if you have any questions or comments about this, please leave them down below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And yeah, please take a look at other videos on my channel. And also, I do teach online lessons, so you can contact me for those, for more information about the cost and how it all works and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I guess that's it, and I will see you next time.